Hey guys, it's Friday about 8 o'clock at night, and I worked on the Duramax a little bit this morning. I'll show you what I got. I blocked out those little primer spots that I had, and I went and got some sealer, some 124 matrix sealer, because I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that's a sand through the clear into the base, so I need to cover those up. And I started masking this. I've scuffed it with Scuffy gel and a gray Scotch-Brite pad. And basically what I'm doing is getting everything masked up. I'm going to try and get this side completely done, which it's pretty much there tonight. So all I have to do is mask the other side and bag it in the morning and go around my edges one last time, wipe it down and shoot it. So that's where I'm at. And I wanted to show you guys this stuff. A couple of guys have talked about it before, but I want to show it again. See this light blue tape around the edge of the windows? That's this stuff, trim masking tape. And what it is there's a hard plastic edge, which is this. There's no adhesive on it. And then the white is, there's adhesive behind that. And you basically slide that hard plastic edge behind your rubber molding, and you pull it tight over the edge of the window, and to where it'll hold the rubber away from the window, and then you tape it down. And I've actually gone back over that with some 2-inch, and then I put paper over it just to make sure it holds. And normally I wouldn't do this, but on stuff like a windshields, sometimes you can tape them with 2-inch tape and it'll hold the rubber up. Like on these trucks, there's nothing to be painted on this side. You just have to do the top, and that'll actually pull up halfway decent. But that tape, I saw Darren use it, and he told me to get some, and I didn't think my jobber carried it, and I was down there today and I asked about it, and I don't even know how much it was. I didn't even look. But 06349, there's your part number. 3M. But the reason I'm doing it on this window is urethaned in. And if you watched the video yesterday, you probably heard me talking about that. The rubber, if you open the window, the only place the rubber touches is right here. But I decided to just make it uniform and pick it up. And what I'll do is I'll take a Scotch-Brite and a chopstick. You heard me, chopstick. You can use a Bondo spreader too, whatever fit behind there, and sort of wrap it and scuff that edge so that your clear will stick to that. And then we'll wipe it down, you know, all that stuff is normal. You can see I haven't got it completely scuffed yet. I wanted to do some of this stuff dry because I didn't want, see, I got a little bit of that sludge. It's behind that molding. That's what I was trying to avoid, because it's still too cold to take them outside and wash them. But this worked pretty good, and I actually was going to try and use some waterborne primer for a sealer over that stuff, because what happened last time, and I don't know why, but if you watch the video on the fenders, and this side especially, I had an area right in here where every time I laid base over it, it didn't react, it was just lighter. I couldn't get it to darken up like it was soaking it in. And I had used some old sealer, blah, 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 probably bad activator or whatever. So I was going to try the waterborne on this, and I put one coat on it, and I could still see, I don't know if you guys can pick this up. I don't even know if the camera will focus. But basically, there's a little bit lighter spot in the center, and then there's 3 coats of primer on this. This is actually factory sealer right on this edge, that dark. So that's almost a sand through. But what was happening is I could see that, not the outer edge, I could see the inner edge of where my second coat of primer was, and it was blocked. Like it feathered out, and it's a different color. Of course, we got some factory sealer peeking out in there too. But this one might be a prime candidate right here. This is light right here, and this is dark. This is probably my first or second coat of primer, and I blocked through all my outer until I actually hit that. Now, that is not a low spot, to the best I can tell. So what I ended up doing, I got some sealer, some matrix sealer, and a brand new thing of hardener, and we're gonna seal those. I still have to go along tomorrow, and you can see that would have been my blend line before, which when the clear's over that, you probably won't see it, but we're gonna scuffy it down a little bit more with some probably 1000 grit or 800 grit, something like that, to try and knock that edge off so you can't see it on the top here where it came over. And what happened is that actually bled under the paper. So most of the rest of it's actually in real good shape. So that's what we're gonna try there. I got some factory sealer on this edge here too, I believe. So we're gonna try and get some sealer over all that garbage and move on. This is all for tomorrow morning. I'm getting tired. I ate dinner really early tonight and decided it was still light out and it was getting nice. We actually hit like 40 today, and we ate dinner at like 4:30 this afternoon, just to be, my wife gets done real early on Fridays, like 2 o'clock, because they work through lunch and start at 6. So she was home early and we decided to get a pizza and go ahead and hang out for a little while. And update on the pup. I had a couple people ask about my dog, and everything, we got some more blood work back on her, and she's on the mend. She's home, so just real tired, probably tired of being in the vet, listening to cats and dogs piss and whine and bark and meow and everything that animals do when they're away from their environment. So she's at home, and for now all is good. She's got to get another blood test in the morning, but everything's coming back to normal. So thanks for asking, guys. Appreciate it. So anyway, we just had these 3 little spots on this side, and I was talking about the waterborne primer, and I'm going to get back to that. So I shot 1 coat of waterborne primer over it, and I could still see this lighter color in the middle through a dark gray, almost black waterborne primer. So I was going to shoot a 2nd coat on it, and I cleaned my gun out with water, and then decided to run some solvent through it, which, just because I wanted to displace any moisture that might have been in the gun, because I don't know if the gun that I have has stainless passages. I shot it through my little DeVilbiss touch-up gun, but just to be sure. And then I decided I was going to put that 2nd coat on it, and I must not have got all the solvent out of it because the shit fish-eyed on me. And I mean, try and mix oil and water together, that never works. So at any rate, that didn't fly. So I'll show you what I bought here and what I'm going to use. This is kind of a bullshit video. I'll do a how-to tomorrow. We'll do a start to finish on this truck. But there it is. There's your 124 sealer. That's the medium. That's not the dark, and that's not the white. And there's the activator right there. And I decided, because I don't use sealer very often, that I was going to heed the warning of several of you professional guys saying get the small hardeners, because the hardeners are what go bad. So I decided to just buy a quart and a half-pint hardener. So we're good to go on that. And yeah, we got maybe 6 ounces in this 30 clear, and that's a brand new kit. We're not going to use a slow hardener tomorrow. I may finish up what little bit's left and cocktail it with the 5. I got to go get more diesel fuel. Put new filters in my exhaust fan when I fixed it up the other day, so we should be good to draw quite a bit of air out of here tomorrow. So there's my 10-minute update for you guys, and again, appreciate the comments about my pup, so appreciate it. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.